Hey everybody, welcome to KJV Uncensored. Today I just want to make a little short video and talk about um, something that, I don't know if it's like my theory or what, but it just makes sense to me to think about. Um, so they say that the earth is 6,000 years old, right? And so if the earth is 6,000 years old, and then we're supposedly in the 7,000th year, and I know this is amateurish, right? But so if you think about it, I was just looking up BC and AD because I was reading an article about plagues and like the 5 worst plagues in history and how they were ended. And I was just skimming through it, and I saw the year um, 541 CE, and I'm like, wait, they mean BE, BC, or I don't know what they mean. So I looked it up, and it was Christian era, which I call AD, which I always thought was after death, right? So, which I think it really is. Like, that's like God's, thing there. AD, after death, right? I mean, come on. Leave it to the Romans, um, and to come up with some weird Latin name, Anno Domini, the year of our Lord, which is fine, I guess. But anyway, and then it was saying that, um, that basically the, AD starts, I guess, when Jesus was born, right? So, um, yeah, so does AD start when Jesus was born? Um, so, yeah. So if AD starts when Jesus is born and Jesus lived, what do they say, 33 years or something like that, which I guess nobody knows for sure. Maybe they do, but I don't know for sure exactly how old he was. But let's just say he was 33. And so let's look at what I know that the Bible teaches about end times Bible prophecy, which is, I'm not going to go into like a big thing today, but so if you look at, you got like 7 years, supposedly, Daniel's 70th week and all that, you know, and a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day, and so uh, if we're in the 6,000th year, um, and then you've got the millennial kingdom coming up, then it wouldn't make so. I know that the tribulation is going to come, which is the persecution of the Christians before the rapture. So the timing of that, it seems to be approaching, but I think that Donald Trump is going to get elected. I don't think there's any way that a majority of Americans or would ever vote for the chaos and insanity and socialist, Marxist, lawless anarchy party of the left. I think that the more radical they are, the less likely they are to get in office. So, anyway, so when Donald Trump gets elected, that gives us 4 years of stability, safety, security, prosperity. And so 2024 We don't know what's going to happen. At that point, maybe the Democrats have um, become more reasonable. Maybe there's more Democrats or something. We don't know. But, if, say, like in 2024, a Democrat was to get elected, then we could see persecution of Christians because they're going to go for people's guns. They're going to, and then, you take away the guns, then all the rest of the rights of our rights go out the window, the First Amendment and all the other ones. So they go after the guns, and then they go after the everything. Then they say what you can't say, and you can't criticize anyone. And what's the most critical and offensive book in the world? It's the Bible. So then they're going to say, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't preach this, you can't preach that, you can't. Who knows? They might say, it's going to be getting more like that. And so anyway, but just talking in terms of years, which is what this video is about. So that would put us at 2024. So if you say that Jesus was 33 years old, and if you say that 6 days past the creation, exactly, that Jesus Christ comes back to set up his millennial kingdom for the 7th day of the 1,000-year day, then you could say, well, maybe it's 6,033 years. And I know this is like not pinpoint accurate. I'm just saying it's something to think about. Like I haven't sat down and crunched the numbers or anything. I mean, I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying, like, but so 2026 would be like 7 years before 2033, which, if everything did line up perfectly, I know there's a Jewish calendar or whatever, the Hebrew calendar, and then we have ours, but let's just say that everything did line up. Then 2026 would be 7 years before 2033, which 2033 would be, it'd be 2,000-year days after Christ died, but 6,000-year days after the creation. And it's just interesting to think about, and the way things are going, I could see that the tribulation could come, the persecution could come some point after Donald Trump's last 4 years in office. So after his 8 years, is there something to the last Trump? I don't know. We don't know. But I mean, come on. I think could be. I mean, who besides God could orchestrate that? Putting a president in with the last name of Trump right before the tribulation. And then, the rapture, and then after that, the trumps, or the trumpets and vials. So anyway, I don't know, it's just what I was thinking. I don't want this video to be too long, but it's just some thoughts that I had. So anyway, let me know what you think. If anybody watches this, I'd be interested to read your comments. And so anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.